with Sieg Pedde, sir. Thank you very much for taking some time to speak with us today. Now, you are involved in the founding of the Libertarian Party in Canada. Can you tell us why you felt the need to form the party?
Sure. It wasn't just me. There were 9 of us. Coincidentally, in 1973, we all attended the American Libertarian Party convention in Cleveland. And we all got together, started talking, and said, you know, if the Americans do it, we can do it better. So we made that attempt. We went back, founded the party. The official founding date was on Robert A. Heinlein's birthday. So for those Heinlein fans out there, I believe it was July 7th, if I remember correctly. So.
Was there a lack at the time of any kind of thing like that in Canada?
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't even on the radar. And even the way I found out about the American Party was I had a friend in California who read literature from something called, I think it was the Society for Individual Liberty. And that eventually became the International Society for Individual Liberty. And I had a friend, Vince Miller, who ran that for years. And but in Canada, there were a lot of us that individually felt that way, but there was no organization that I was aware of, certainly, that existed.
And how has the party been doing, and where does it sit right now? How has the progress been going?
Well, I have not been directly involved other than sending checks for a long time. But there's some very dynamic people there, like, for example, Tim Moen, you know, is the very articulate gentleman, is presentable, has good interpersonal skills, and I think he's going to accomplish a lot, and I respect him and wish him and the party well.
Now, you're here at Anarchapulco here in Mexico. Do you consider yourself an anarchist?
I am absolutely an anarchist, yes, unequivocally.
Would you say that's a natural progression following libertarianism?
Well, you know, there's all kinds of jokes about it. You know, what's the difference between a libertarian and an anarchist? 6 months, you know, this sort of thing. I think inevitably, I mean, you have to accept the fact that governments and the people in governments, the politicians and the bureaucrats and the functionaries and so on, they're either corrupt or stupid or both. And so why have it? You know, I mean, that's my position. Not everybody obviously has to agree. And I'm not likely to disassociate myself from, you know, libertarians or minarchists or anything. I mean, I enjoy the interaction with anybody as long as we have a useful exchange of ideas and some level of tolerance for each other's differing points of view.
Well, I would have to agree, and that's why I think you know, it makes perfect sense for people such as us to come to an event like this and to network with like-minded people. So thank you very much for your work and for helping to put that together. Any final thoughts on how you see things moving forward in the next few years from here? I mean, we have an election coming up this year in Canada. We got Justin Trudeau, who is really being propped up right now. How do you see things going over the next year?
Well, some good things have happened in Canada. You know, tax levels generally have come down a little bit, and some regulations have improved a little bit. But it's largely because of groups like the, what's it called, the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, for example. They're very active, and you know, various taxpayer groups and so on. It's not government. Anything good that's happening is not because someone in government suddenly has this idea, let's give people some more freedom. That's not the way it works. So things are going to change. The more people that are passionate about liberty, the quicker things will change. But if people do want to remain in their stupor, nothing will change. In fact, things will get worse. You know, it's inevitable.
I would have to agree. I think we're still at a point where awareness is absolutely key. So once again, thank you very much for speaking with us.
Great pleasure. Thank you very much.